When you think of Chris-Craft, I think the first thing that kind of comes to my mind is just the heritage of the brand. You know, being a boat builder since 1874 and still building these pieces of just nautical art, it's something that really separates them from any other boat manufacturer in the world. I truly believe that. My name is Gunnar with the Viage Group, and today we're going to take you on board the Chris-Craft Calypso 32. So we're going to start the walkthrough today at the stern of the boat. The first thing you're going to notice about this boat is the very large swim platform, and it makes it really easy to get on and off from either side. There's no splash well that you have to walk over, no rigging tubes that you'd be able to trip on. This particular boat is powered by twin Mercury V10 400 horsepower engines. This boat can exceed speeds of the upper 50s. Fuel burn on the boat is right at about 1.3, 1.4 when you're cruising at about 31 miles per hour. One of the cool things about these new engines is the ease of access to your oil fill, being able to pull the cowling off and check your oil very easily compared to the past cowlings. We optioned these twin 400s out with the ivory cream painted option from Chris-Craft, and then it has a nice Portofino blue metallic painted mohawk that matches the whole of the boat to give it a very beautiful aesthetic view out on the water. Moving through the rest of the transom, first thing you're going to notice on the port side is you're going to see that there's a engine flush. One thing that we all recommend every time you use a boat is flushing your engines, and it's really a no hassle way of finishing your day out on the water. Just starboard of your engine flush attachment, you're going to notice your shore power inlet. Then you move to the center line of the boat, and it has a nice long ski pylon, able to pull any of your kids, grandkids out on the tube. Going right of that, you have a transom freshwater shower that pulls out, and then that's what's going to bring you into your starboard side transom walk-through door to get you inside the cockpit. After coming through this starboard transom walk-through door, the first thing I notice on this boat is the amount of space you have for entertainment. Whether you want to pull out all of these seats right here and have everybody sit down, there's a nice teak cockpit table that pops up right here where you can enjoy some lunch, snacks on. And if you're really starts getting beat by the heat, it's a little sunny outside, you can pull this electric sure shade all the way out that covers the whole entire cockpit, and it's really going to make for an enjoyable experience for you and all of your guests out on the boat. Starting in the port aft part of the boat, you have a very large bait well. Right underneath that, raw water washdown. Moving to the starboard aft side, you have a compartment where all of your battery switches are. Moving a little bit forward of that, you're going to notice a very large dive door. It's going to allow you and your guests to get on and off the boat after you've been swimming, after you've been enjoying the water with your kids and family. So just in front of that starboard dive door, you're going to come upon the summer kitchen. You're going to notice the Corian countertop. You have a nice and large Kenyan electric grill. It's a really nice placement on this boat because you're able to grill up some hot dogs, hamburgers, and be able to serve it right here on that teak cockpit table. You have a freshwater sink, a couple of cup holders, nice varnished mahogany piece right here, and you'll notice that's a theme throughout this whole entire boat. And then underneath here you have an isotherm, refrigerator, and freezer combo, trash can, and above that a utensil drawer. So while we've been going through the summer kitchen, you're going to notice this Corian tray. And one thing that just speaks to Chris-Craft's attention and detail is they actually have a designated storage spot for this. So you're not throwing it in a drawer, you're not throwing it in your trash can. It's not going to get beat up. It actually has a very specific spot that's going to secure it throughout the ride of the boat. One thing you're going to notice that's underneath my feet, you have Infinity seagrass flooring, and it's the thing that's exclusive to Chris-Craft. Not only is it very soft under your feet, it's also going to be very cool on a hot summer day and makes for a very clean look throughout the whole entire boat. And coming over to this port side lounger, underneath this seat you're going to have a very large storage area. You can throw fenders, lines, covers, life jackets, whatever you want to put down there. It's a very deep space. And then you're going to have a dual position lounge seat. So you have this nice long lounge seat that you can throw your legs up on. But if you have some water sports going on, you want a little bit better view of the person out on the tube or the skis, You're able to pop this up and lock this in, and it'll give you a great view of the water. So a brief overview of the bilge. First thing you're going to notice, as it's accustomed to every Chris Craft out on the water, you have a completely finished off bilge, no raw fiberglass, dedicated storage for all of your batteries and battery chargers. And then this is one of my favorite features, is you actually have a storage spot for your swim ladder that goes outside of your dive door. So you don't have to worry about rattling around anywhere. It's going to be nice and safe and not dinging up anything. As we move forward through the boat and move to the starboard side helm, my first impression of this is not only how enclosed you are, is the amount of visibility that you have. Starting back here, you have your Mercury joystick piloting system, and that's going to come standard with your autopilot, sky hook, heading hold. Makes docking or tight maneuvering really easy for any degree of boater. Moving forward to that, you have your Mercury throttle base. You're going to be able to control your active trim, see all of your efficiency and all of your data. Seakeeper ride system. That's going to be your auto leveling and pitch of the boat while you're underway. So really, between that, your active trim, it's a hassle-free way of boating. Moving on to the dash, you'll notice the varnished mahogany again, not only on dash but at the steering wheel. You have some redundant switches for your digital C-zone. You have your multi-function twin 12-inch Garmin's, and you have really nice setup in this glass cockpit. So moving down right here, you have a wireless phone charger. So not only are you having to no longer mess with any of those cords, it is actually recessed, so it's not going to be sliding around on you. And then just below that, you have your Fusion stereo head unit that's going to be controlling your JL audio speakers. So one of the first questions I get when I run through the boat with one of my customers is, where's the generator? And with the new lithium-ion battery systems, there's really no need for one. You can sit here, have the engines off, run your air conditioning, run your Seakeeper when you're out at the sandbar, and still have about 6 to 8 hours of runtime depending on what other systems you have going. There's really a lot of pros to the lithium-ion. You don't have to worry about filling up your diesel generator. You don't have to worry about the noise, the carbon monoxide. It's really just a huge safety factor and something that the industry is trying to move towards right now. And then rounding off the helm, I just want to touch on the details of the Chris Craft upholstery and this helm seat. Not only is it electric and it moves forward and backwards, but when you look at this, you're going to notice this wave stitching. All of their upholstery is done completely in-house, which is very uncommon in this industry. So you're going to have a Chateau base on this particular boat. You're going to have Navy Chris Craft contrast stitching that gets a nice touch, and then an almond insert, and it really just gives this helm a very elegant look. So moving over to the port side helm seat, again you have a double wide seat right here. You have a nice, again, mahogany inset with a embossed Calypso 32 stainless steel part right here, a glove compartment, some cup holders. Behind me, you're going to have some AC vents, more cup holders. You're going to have one of your 8 JL audio speakers down here, and then below that, you're going to have your 10-inch sub. This whole helm area is powered by 20,000 BTU air conditioning system, which is unheard of on this size boat. And it's also able to be fully enclosed. Back here, you're able to have 2 drop curtain options, whether you want it to just be the helm area that's enclosed, or whether you want it to be the whole cockpit space that has isinglass. You can have everybody being comfortable out on the water. In between the helm seating area, you also are going to have 2 mahogany drawers that pull out that you're able to keep your valuables in. So just in front of the port helm, very deep step-down electric Tecma head, freshwater sink down there, and it really is a very elegant look on this boat. Across from there on the starboard side, you're going to have more storage area, as well as your hard switches to your engine keys, your head unit for your Seakeeper 2 system, some breakers, and then also you're going to have dedicated storage for your bow insert cushion. So moving to the bow of the boat, you're going to see that you have a fully enclosed patent pending windshield. It's a 2-piece windshield. You just open this windscreen and then you're able to unlock this windshield and push it up and lock it in. One kind of safety feature about this, not only is it going to block all the wind and you're going to be able to have normal conversations throughout the cockpit of the boat, is you don't have that fear of the windshield just opening up on you when you hit a wake. It's securely fastened with stainless steel pins, and it's something that's really just built to last. So we're going to go ahead and move to the bow. This is probably one of my favorite areas of the whole entire boat. Most boats, when you're out on the water, you feel like you're on top of the boat, and if you get in some rough seas, it just doesn't really feel safe. In this boat, you really feel inside of the boat. You're down very deep. You have some nice color contrast upholstery throughout the boat to give it that elegant look that we've mentioned many times throughout this boat. You have storage underneath all of these cushions, and on the starboard side you have designated fender storage, and then on your port side you're going to have designated storage for your teak cockpit table that can either go bow or aft. And not only can you just put the teak cockpit table, Chris-Craft made this space even more versatile by allowing you to put your bow cushion right here to give you a full sunbed, so kids can be roaming around up here and you're able to fit just that many more people out on the boat with you. Opening up the windlass hatch, this is a 2-piece molded part, resin infused. You're going to have a completely finished off windlass hatch, exactly like your bilge. You're not going to have any raw fiberglass when you're reaching your hand down there, nothing that's going to be scratching you up. You have your windlass remote up here. You have the nostalgic Chris-Craft burgee that everybody's come to know and love. And then on the port side here, you have a pull-out freshwater hose that you're able to rinse off your windlass when you're bringing it up. So that completes our tour on board the Calypso 32. Thank you for coming on board and walking through this whole entire boat with us. Again, my name is Gunnar with the Viage Group, and I want to leave y'all with kind of one last thing about our dealership. Here at the Viage Group, we truly pride ourselves on the customer experience. We're not going to just kick you off the dock and throw you the keys and say, good luck. We're going to spend that time. We're going to go through every single detail of the boat, every single system of the boat. Make sure you're comfortable docking the boat, running the boat, flushing the boat out, doing whatever needs to be done to make your experience total satisfaction. And I want to thank you for taking this tour on board with us on this Chris-Craft Calypso 32.